Hey guys, if you are watching this video, then definitely you are one of the students who has just completed the board exams and enjoying the holidays. I know all of you are enjoying with your buddies, spending time in front of TV and sharing each and every moment on your social media timeline and maybe with your girlfriend. And during this pleasant situation, it sucks to think about the studies. I mean, who likes to think about those huge books after the huge exams are over? Other than the bookworms. Sorry, just kidding. But as you are watching this video, then obviously you are concerned about your studies. So what happens at this moment is that our mind is completely full of questions. Like, which stream should I go with? Which board should I choose? Which subjects should I choose? How will be my results? And blah blah blah. Honestly speaking, we have also experienced the same. Even many students panic at this situation. But don't worry. So, without any further delays, let's get simplified. At first, make your mind completely calm and quiet for the next few minutes. Forget all about your results. Nothing will change if you continuously think about your results other than your BP. Now, after the 10th, there are basically 3 streams to go with, namely science, commerce and arts, which is also called humanities. Now, when selecting streams, all of us follow a very common logic. If marks in 10th is above 80%, then go with science. If between 60 and 80%, then go with commerce. And if lower than 60%, then go with humanities. But this typical logic is completely nonsense. So crumple it and throw it out from your mind into a dustbin. There are many students who score more than 90% but like the subjects of commerce or humanities. But due to this typical thinking of their parents or their elders or their teachers, they can't go with that. And what I mean to say is that if you like a stream, of course you can go with it. It doesn't matter how much marks you got. If you got 60%, you can go with science. If you got 90%, obviously you can go with arts. That doesn't matter. Now, let me give you a brief idea about the boards. On the All India basis, there are 2 boards of education, namely the CBSE and the CISE. The CBSE stands for Central Board of Secondary Education and the CISE stands for Council for the Indian School Certificate Examinations. These 2 boards conducts their exams all over India through their affiliated schools. Other than these 2 boards, there are boards of education at every state like Andhra Pradesh Board of Secondary Education, Assam Board of Secondary Education, Bihar School Examination Board, Gujarat Secondary Education Board, West Bengal Board of Secondary Education and many others. Now, before discussing about the streams, I want to clarify something about the different boards, as I have seen many students facing the problem that they become confused regarding choosing their boards. Some of them say that CISE is better than CBSE, some of them say that CBSE is better, some of them say no, state boards are better, but nothing is true. But the truth is that all these boards are more or less same at every aspect regarding their choice of subjects, syllabus, their contents, etc. One thing you have to keep in mind that the result completely depends upon your study, not upon your board. But it's also obvious that under CISE or CBSE boards, the competition is more, as they conduct their exams all over India. Whereas the examination conducted by the state boards is limited to the boundary of the state. Now let's discuss the streams. One common thing under every stream is that all of them have compulsory English subject, which includes grammar and literature, and an elective second language, which you can choose based upon your language, which will also consist of grammar and literature. And then you have to select 4 subjects from a list of available subjects for your stream, starting with arts or humanities. Under this stream, the subjects you will have are really interesting, but many of us regard them as boring. The subjects are history, which lets you study the past, the different historic periods, the existing of human beings, and etc. Geography, which lets you study about the different facts about the earth, the weather, the atmosphere, the land, the water, etc. Political science, which lets you study the working of politics, how a country works, how a government works, and etc. Sociology, which lets you study the different facts about the society, its different aspects, people's interaction, etc. Psychology, which is another interesting subject. It lets you study the behavior of human, the mentality, how we think. Next is the physical education, under which you will study about our physical and mental health and how we can maintain it. There are even subjects like arts, music, fashion designing under this stream. Now let's talk about the commerce. As the name suggests, under this stream you will have subjects which are related to business, management, accountings, banking, finance, and etc. So the subjects you will have are economics, which lets you study how the economy works, how all these money and values are maintained. The next is commerce, which lets you study about the banking, different financial institutions and their employment management and their sales management. Then you have accounts, which lets you study the methods of recording transactions, payments, receipts. Then you have a subject named business studies, which is similar to commerce. Here you will study the business management, managing employees, recruitment of employees, advertisements, promotions, brands, etc. And the last but not the least is the mathematics. After all, it's business, so you have to be efficient in mathematics for your best performance. Finally, let's talk about the science. Most of us think it as the toughest stream, but not at all, just like the others. It is also easy if you study properly, and obviously, it is also very much interesting. So the subjects you will have under this stream are physics, where you will study the matter and energy around us, how everything works, how it came to existence, etc. In chemistry, you will study about the different types of things around us, how they can be used for our benefit, how they are transforming, how they are formed, etc. The next is biology, where you will study the working of a human body, about its organ, about the disease, the symptoms, the treatment, and this is very much necessary if you want to become doctor. Computer science is another interesting subject, as here you will study the working of computers, software, internet, which are very much interesting to the modern day students. And another very interesting subject is the biotechnology, which lets you study the application and use of biology in different research for the betterment and development of life. And lastly, the mathematics, which is obviously necessary in science. Now let's speak about the job opportunities. If you study arts, then definitely you can become a historian, archaeologist, writer, blogger, geologist, meteorologist, sociologist, psychologist, lawyer, fashion designer, artist, and many more. But you can do many things more. Okay, if you study commerce, then you can be a manager or CEO of any company. You can be an economist, a chartered accountant, income tax officer, and many more. And if you study science, then you can have a number of opportunities like a doctor, engineer, researcher, scientist, fellowship, and many more. Now the question arises that how would you select your stream? Listen, it completely depends upon your interest. You can sit down and think that what are your core interests. That means which subject you can do the best. You can even take the help of any elder, your teacher, your parents. No need to panic, no need to stress. You can do it with ease. We have already discussed the different subjects you will have under different streams. Now, if you are interested in the subjects under the arts, then you can definitely go with arts. If you are interested in subjects under commerce, you can definitely go with that. If you are interested in science subjects, you can choose that. Don't ever think that science have more scope or commerce has more scope than arts. Nothing is inferior than the other. There are a huge number of students studying under science streams, but after completion of their course, they are sitting just unemployed in their home. The reason is that they choose the science stream just for the namesake. But if you are genuinely interested in any of the stream and want to achieve something, then you should definitely do what you desire. And you will definitely succeed and achieve something in your life. With this regard and lots of good wishes, best of luck to all of you. Thank you. Take care.